4. Mainly clear overnight, 64 for the low. Clouds and limited sunshine around for your Friday, with highs in the lower to mid 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Feeling better now that we're through. Feeling better 'cause I'm over you. I learned my lesson and left a scar. Now I see how you really are. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good. I broke a heart that's gentle and true. Well, I broke a
Yeah, there are some people I don't particularly care for, but they're not going to do anything about it. They probably think I'm no good. We'll get into that a little bit later on. I have several rants. One of them is long basketball games. All this crap about, pitchers and that, it's just crazy. But I want you to ask me, Lola. Ask me.
What?
Ask
What? Oh, that, what? What's up with the mask?
You ready? I went for a lot of blood work, because down the road I'm going to have maybe one or two operations, whatever. So I went to 3 different places to do blood work, get a chest x-ray. Where I do the blood work, I walk in. Right before I walked in, I went to put my mask on, because that's required, and it broke. So I walk in, and to the right where I go in to sit in the lobby to get waited on, take a number to get blood work, to the left there's a little drugstore. I walked in and I see all these masks and I take one, all right? And the guy said, $3. I said, what? $3? I can go to 7-Eleven and get them for free. Well, they're not free, they're $3. I gave him the $3. I walk across the hall.
And then they had them there for
Free.
Yeah, most places are giving them to you for nothing.
And the girl couldn't believe it, I paid $3.
I can't either.
I said, Washington Hospital? No. That's an independent. It's like a mom and pop place. You can go get chips, you can get coffee. I was going to get a cup of coffee, but I'm figuring, what's that going to cost, $5? And I said, nobody's going to believe me, because I'm going to rant a little bit, that I paid $3 for this. So I went back about 15 minutes later because I was number 14 in the waiting list to get blood work. I went back, told the guy, I said, can I have a receipt? I said, I can't print it now. Oh, okay. So I'm going to make good use of this $3 face mask. Oh, to hell with it. It makes me sick. I went to a 7-Eleven in Washington, and there's a whole thing there. Grab them. The coffee shop up the street, and before you could wear a mask or not, they had a whole bunch of them free, But I guess, it's whatever. But I'd rather get $3, go uptown and give it to a wino. I know where the money's going. I was not a happy. Anyhow. Plus, I thought I had an early appointment, because if you get there at 7:45 when the doors open, usually, you're number 1. Well, when I got there about 10 till 8, there must have been 12 or 13 people ahead of me. So they thought to say, I tried to get in yesterday, 31 people in the lobby, and I'm thinking, no, I'll never get through this. Nothing is simple. And then I got a list of tests and stuff. So another colonoscopy coming. Oh, I can't wait to drink some of that juice. You ever have some of that stuff, Lola?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard about it?
Yes.
It's awful. Oh,
Well,
it's awful.
Linda-
But I guess it's supposed to clean your system out. I don't know.
Linda had hers. She just mixed Miralax into Gatorade. And that's what she drank. You don't have to drink that nasty stuff. They can give you another concoction, and it's Gatorade and I think Miralax.
So I went to my Dr. Smithson. I'm not going to mention his name. It's not worth mentioning. They get enough publicity. I said, Doc, what do you mean another colonoscopy? I just had, hold on, it's in my phone, I'm going to look back, Dr. whatever. 3 p.m. Washington Hospital, November of 2019. Why am I doing another one? Because you might have some serious stomach problems. Okay, whatever. Then I called the family doctor. He ordered blood work, the same as the doctor that's going to do the colonoscopy, whatever. It's the same blood work. How do I know? Because this morning I was told, do you know you have 2 separate orders ordering the same thing? I go, I don't know. I just bring the script into you. So I hate hospitals. The one thing I'll say about everywhere I went the last 24 hours, all of the people in the front office was real nice. And 2 of the 3 doctors I saw in the last 24 hours, first thing out of their mouth, how are the Steelers doing? How are they going to do? You think the Penguins will make a trade? Whatever. Now I just say, well, the Steelers look good. You know, when Ben wears a jersey, he looks pretty good. I don't know anything like that anymore, especially when it's the off season for football. I have comments on hockey. Have you been watching hockey lately, Lola? It's good. It's real good. It's real good. Why don't I have the Grover on today? I should have him on to talk about all of these crazy, well, whatever. Maybe we'll do it next week. 105, Greg Brown's going to join us. We're going to talk about why don't they just strip
search?
That's it, strip search.
They're already doing that. The players are insisting.
You see the one guy for the Rangers? His pants, they dropped almost all the way to his knees.
Well,
And then your buddy Max
yeah.
and that jerk Joe Girardi. I wish they would have went at it because I would have taken Max one punch.
Oh, absolutely. Man,
Joe Girardi's not the nicest guy in the world. Okay?
Well, the whole thing was stupid.
Yeah.
The whole thing is stupid. I mean,
And now he's being called by the Washington Nationals as a con man.
who?
And now
Girardi?
yeah, the general manager called him the con man. He's a con man. Well, he said he saw something that didn't look good. How many times?
Yeah, good pitcher.
Yeah. And that look on Max's face. Now, Max can be a wild guy, too. That would have been a great fight. I was just hoping they'd go toe-to-toe. That would have been great.
Now, Girardi was a coward.
Yeah.
He waited until Max got in the dugout,
Yeah.
and then he's going to get all lippy on the field, you know? It's just a joke.
The whole thing.
And they're turning baseball into a joke with it.
Yeah, yeah. Here's another joke. NBA commissioner, are you listening? Because I'm not the only one who has a problem. The other day, what was it? Who was it that scored with .08 seconds left? What game was that, Lola? I talked about it here.
I know. I watched.
Oh, the Phoenix Suns. Yeah. Okay? When it was down to .18 seconds, the game ended 35 minutes later because every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Lola had to check review about 1,400 times. You have 3 referees. Even the announcers say, well, no, that's not a foul. But no, you got to wait for New York to make a decision. Then there's a timeout. Then you review something else. People who are not involved with the teams probably just went to another station. 34 minutes to play 18 seconds. 11 minutes, I think it was, for the last .08 with the timeouts. And, it's just, I'm sure the networks love it because during all those breaks, you got commercials coming. But if you're not a fan of the Suns or Atlanta or whatever, you're just going to go. And imagine the people in the stands. Got to wait. And they see it on the scoreboard, you know? The announcers say that's bad call or good call, whatever. It's not going to be a foul. But yet you got 3 referees huddling, and then you got somebody in New York going over to, I can understand the National Hockey League. That league is afraid to make any changes, so whatever.
Good.
You know? By the way, congratulations, Lola.
For what?
Detroit Pistons got the #1 draft pick.
Okay. Yeah.
And if they get that kid Cunningham, that's a good move. I think he's going to be a good pro. But he's got to be surrounded by good talent.
Well, there lies the crux of the problem.
There are no Bill Laimbeer clones out there, Lola.
Well, that might be a good thing.
No, I enjoyed him. Even though I couldn't stand him, I enjoyed him. I always like to see those elbows move. And then when he would get into it with Larry Bird, who's one-time big trash talker, he'll throw the elbows. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
That's back when basketball was fun.
Yeah. Now it's not fun, to be honest with you. You could be down by 30 and come back and win, it seems, because everybody shoots from the 3. It's like baseball. You either strike out or you hit a home run. Now, between the strikeout and the home run, you're going to get searched. Who was it last night? They searched his cap twice. They brought out another cap. Then the following inning, they tested it. Come on, umps. Just ignored. You know what I mean?
Well, Scherzer 3 times.
Yeah, I just...
What do they think? You know, is there some imaginary stand there on the mound that they can dip their fingers in? And it's the whole thing is ridiculous. It's just simply ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. I here's somebody talking. Okay, we have a special guest coming in at 12:30. I don't know who it is, because when I talked to Denny this morning, I didn't know I woke him up. He's in San Francisco with his family. He said, I had to get away. You know, things are getting crazier. And I said, just don't jump off the Golden State Bridge. He said, that's not too far from where I am. Was in Fisherman's Wharf, whatever, the other night, which has some great seafood restaurants. Oh, when I went there on a Steeler trip and the Steeler stayed in that Oakland area for 4 days, that's when I took the Alcatraz tour. I think I spent a couple $100, you know, at Fisherman's Wharf. Great restaurants, you know. That's a great city. Could I live there? I don't think so.
Couldn't afford it.
Yeah. You know, I know Clint Eastwood likes San Francisco, but he can afford those high-rise apartments or whatever. I think a lot of his movies are made in San Francisco, so that's okay. Where is Haight Hasbury? Is that in San Francisco?
Yeah. Hate.
Okay. Haight?
Hate.
Yeah.
Ash. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if I could have lived there in the 70s. You think I'd mix in well with the crowd?
No.
You couldn't see me as a hippie, Bill? No. Okay.
Not at all.
Yeah. Today, I haven't even read this, because with my appointments, I got here a little bit late. I should have done more prep work this morning at 4 o'clock, but I didn't feel like it. $1 Million Deal Day. Let me read this so I don't get it. Oh, no. On this day, in 1916, the most lucrative movie contract of the time was signed by actress Mary Pickford.
Yeah.
You ready for this? She inked the first 7-figure Hollywood deal, $250,000 per film. What would that be today? $5 million?
Probably.
A guaranteed minimum of $10,000 a week against half of the profits, too, including bonuses, the right of approval for all creative aspects of her films. Boy, she didn't need a marketing person. It cost $1 million.
She was her own marketing person. She
It
was
cost-
absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I've read that. It cost $1,040,000 or whatever for 2 years for the movie making for Adolf Zukor at Paramount Pictures. That's unbelievable. Hey, enjoy. Good actress, good person. 7-figure Hollywood deal back in 1916. Wow. Was most of her movies silent?
Yeah.
Did she do anything sound or anything?
I don't think so. But I think it was Mary Pickford, was one of the founding members of United Artists.
And she once appeared on Broadway with a young producer named Cecil B. DeMille, out of Ben-Hur fan. She got $25 a week for The Warrens of Virginia, a musical or whatever. Wow. How about an upgrade? $25 a week to about $10,000 a week. Today, $10,000 a week would be what, a couple million, Lola?
I guess.
That would be something else.
I'll never see
The Pirates are going to no man's land. They lost Thursday. Wait a minute. Is today Thursday? Yeah.
Yes, today is Thursday.
The White Sox beat them, snapped a 5-game losing streak, beating the Pirates 4-3. The 26-46 Pirates on the road tonight. Now they play the Cardinals. That's bad juju. Chad Kuhl starting. He probably won't last long, but the Cardinals have struggled. I think they've lost 7 of their last 8. But against the Pirates, they're 5-0 this year. They've lost 10 straight against St. Louis overall. But, Greg Brown's going to be on. I think the Pirates are going to win 1 or 2 games against the Cardinals. They're due to win because they haven't won. They've lost 10 in a row, counting last year to St. Louis. St. Louis has had their number, but the Cardinals have been struggling. I think the Tigers just beat the crap out of them. Okay? So things can only get better with the Pirates, even though they're 20 games under 500. Lots of talk about possible trades. We'll talk about that with Greg Brown. I had to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs last night. My bald brother, Barry Trotz, he came up with another great game plan. Let's just beat up on some of the Tampa Bay Stars, and they did. They got physical. They really got physical with Tampa Bay. Kucherov may not play for Tampa Bay Friday night. That's a huge loss for Tampa Bay. And the Islanders looked real good. Remember when they got blown out a couple nights ago and people said, oh, that's it for them? It's only one game. It's only one game. They win 3-2 in overtime. Best of 7 series tied at 3-3. You know, if Kucherov doesn't play and one of the defensemen doesn't play tomorrow for Tampa, the Islanders could win that Game 7. My worst nightmare would be the Islanders and Montreal in the finals. Because, you know, I want to see Vegas in there. You know, I don't want to see Montreal in. They got 25 Stanley Cup championships, but that's okay. They got a lot of young kids. They haven't won a Stanley Cup since 92, 93. I do like this young kid with a great name. I can't screw it up. Trae Young. I don't know how old he is. He looks like he's 15. He just scored 48 points last night. And the Phoenix Suns did it again. They won another road game. I think that's 7 road wins. That's unbelievable. They beat Milwaukee, who's favored to win it all. Hell, they might not even get to the finals. 116-113, 48 points. Atlanta leads at best of 7, 1 game to none. All right, they win game 2. I think it's done. When was the last time we talked about a champion from Atlanta going anywhere? I mean, the Braves won, 7 or 8 division championships in a row and only won 1 World Series? Okay. What else has Atlanta done? Oh, they don't have a hockey team. It's moved a couple times. The football team, I still remember when they had that big lead over the New England Patriots. What was it, 28-3 or 25-3, and the Patriots came back in the fourth quarter? That's when I said this is fixed. Oh, they don't do that in sports. It's not fixed. But that would be strange. Atlanta and who was the other team we just talked about, Lola? Atlanta and Phoenix in the World Series, in the NBA Finals? Would the networks in Madison Square Garden, would they want to sponsor that? I mean, they're not big towns. Atlanta's a big city, but it's not like New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, whatever. Phoenix, by the way, whatever happened to Phoenix Mike? Is he still around? He used to call us all the time.
I don't know where Mike is.
I thought he would call because he's a big Phoenix Suns guy, big Charles Barkley guy, because Charles played there for a number of years. All right? I like when Charles and Shaq, boy, they really had it out for Ben Simmons, who can't shoot threes. Lola can shoot threes better than Ben Simmons. Believe me, I would bet on Lola. I would bet the mortgage that Lola makes most of her foul shots going up against Ben Simmons. And we've talked about this. When you're getting paid zillions and zillions of dollars, why don't you get a private instructor or somebody like a Rick Barry, who was like 100% at the foul line, even though he threw the ball underhand, work with Ben Simmons in the offseason or during the regular season. Shoot 500 shots, He's one of the reasons they lost. Whatever. It's good stuff to talk about. Can't wait to talk to Greg Brown. What's it like, I don't know if any Pirates have been searched, but it's altogether stupid. I don't know. Hitters like it. Yeah, like hitters have never cheated in the past. What's your famous line, Lola?
They ain't cheating until you get caught.
Yeah. I think Bill Belichick first came with that. All right. We got 1, 2, 3 guests. I thought I had 4 guests. I think I forgot to call Bob Grove. I don't know. But I'm happy to be here. I'll make it formal now. Behind this mic, Bill DeFabio. Across the way, a true teammate for 2 hours. A great lady. She's full of character. I'm not even drinking, Lola. Lola Miller. Hopefully you know who you are. Hopefully you enjoy the show. And then after this one, we got the Big Rick, okay? We've been giving away Wild Things tickets, family 4-packs, okay? If you win, enjoy the game. The other night, by the way, Wheeling Night is coming up. So I'm trying to arrange for a DJ to throw out the first pitch because he'll bring a lot of people from the Ohio Valley. A lot of people from the Ohio Valley like going to the games because, A, it's free parking, the food's cheap at the concession stands, and the best ticket in the house is cheap. Plus you have Kids Day where kids get in free. They get a free donut. They get a free box lunch. They get a free ticket, okay? Seniors Night is coming up. You think they're giving us anything free, Lola? No, but that's okay. And I'm not throwing out the first pitch. Last time I did that was in a championship game, and they blamed me because they lost. They blamed me. You had to throw the first pitch, huh? You're bad juju, Bill. There were players that didn't talk to me. They thought I jinxed them. Whatever. Players are superstitious, though. In a way, I am too. I try never to cross the line. This baseball is making me sick. And these timeouts and the long games in the NBA. College basketball is okay, all right? That'll probably change. And with all this stuff about maybe down the road, kids getting paid, yeah, that's going to be confusing too. What are they going to get paid? How are they going to get paid? Who are you going to get paid? If you're Michigan, all right, and you're going to pay the football players, is your star running back going to make more money than maybe your all Big 10 or Big 12 or what, Big 10 defensive end doesn't make as much? I don't know how they're going to do that and keep everybody happy. I'm glad it's not my problem. 20 years ago, like I mentioned earlier this week, we don't have to pay anybody. But then I knew back then even what the Pitt guys, marketing, Penn State guys making, concessions, those jerseys at Penn State home games that go for about $90 to $100 that don't go to the players. 106,000 people buy a lot of beer, buy a lot of merchandise, eat a lot of food and stuff. Don't go to the players. Goes to the ADs, and there are a lot of ADs. A lot of them are making $2 or $3 million a year. Athletic directors, football coaches. I mentioned here the other day, in case you didn't know, James Franklin, the head coach of Penn State, not a media-friendly guy, but that's okay. I don't have to deal with him, and he don't have to deal with me. He's the highest-paid state employee in the state of Pennsylvania. That includes the governor and everybody else.
I think what this is going to do is if they use somebody's image, name, or likeness, then they have to get paid by whoever uses it.
Okay.
So, like you have college football video game. If they use
Your likeness.
yeah, and it doesn't,
pay you,
they
yeah.
don't even have to have your name on it. But, if the build is the same and the position is the same, and, if it's obvious that it is you, then, they should get something for their name and their image being used.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily going to fall on, I would think, not necessarily going to fall on the university unless they use it in some type of promotion thing. But it could be a lucrative deal for somebody that, wants to be attached to a video game or,
The
something like that.
NCAA doesn't want to go to another court session because they'll lose. They'll continue to lose. Get smart, guys. Bring in some young people with good ideas, okay? Most of those guys are old, I got to be careful, old gassers, okay? They're still living back in the 50s and 60s. This is 2021. Hey, if I can change, you guys can change. Right now, I got to change my coffee because it's cold. I'm going to make it real hot, and we'll be back with another segment of the Variety Show with Bill and Lola. Take this to the bank. We are the odd couple.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. A doctor who formerly worked at the Clarksburg VA Hospital has pleaded guilty to allegations he assaulted a pair of hospital employees. U.S. Attorney Randolph Bernard says 66-year-old Dr. Kenneth Ramdot of Silver Springs, Maryland, pleaded guilty to a pair of counts of simple assault, admitting to touching women's breasts without their permission while in an isolated room of incapacitated patients at the Louis A. Johnson VA Hospital in Harrison County. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation. The incidents happened between August of 2019 and October of 2019. Members of the legislature back at the Capitol this hour for a special session. The agenda includes reallocation of $250,000 in surplus revenue from this year to various state agencies ahead of the end of the fiscal year. But another part of the call will freeze regional jail rates. Good news for Kanawha County Commission President Kent Carper, who says reining in the exploding cost of housing inmates has to be a priority for the legislature as counties continue to struggle to pay the bill.
They've got so much money, they can eliminate income tax, they can eliminate tax on inventory. They apparently are swimming in money, but if they're serious about protecting people from criminals, people that are dangerous need to be kept in jail. It's just a question of how you pay for it.
That special session gaveling to order this hour. COVID cases in West Virginia continue their downward trend. The DHHR today with 55 new cases and 4 fatalities. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. The Cabell-Huntington Board of Health has voted unanimously to continue operating its needle exchange program. The operations continue at the request of the county's chief health officer, Dr. Michael Kilkenny, who said they'll be able to continue funding the program with grants they've already acquired and will then be able to operate under a new state law that takes effect July 9th. Another sign things are getting back to normal, the West Virginia Pumpkin Festival in Milton is ago, October 7th through the 10th. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-362-2000, 362-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. I'm a private real estate investor who can solve your real estate problems fast for cash. Do you want to sell and just be done with it? Okay, great. I buy vacant properties, boarded up houses, pre-foreclosures, and inherited properties. I also buy apartment buildings, rental portfolios, divorce homes. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. I look forward to solving your real estate problems today. Give me a call for an all-cash offer at 614-362-2000, 614-362-2000.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
Value starts here at your Toyota dealer with savings and reliability you can count on. So check out a RAV4 now with up to $750 cash back, or a Camry with up to $1,250 cash back, or go with a Corolla and take up to $1,000 cash back. Visit buyatoyota.com and find a dealer near you. You can take cash back or apply toward down payment. Offers may vary for hybrid models. See your dealer for details. Offers end July 6th. Toyota, let's go places.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
New Belgium Fat Tire Amber Ale is now available in West Virginia and distributed locally by wine and beverage merchants. With its toasty and biscuit-like malt flavors blended perfectly with hoppy freshness, it's bound to become one of your new favorite craft beers. Fat Tire Amber Ale is now available at local retailers. Please don't drink and drive, and drink responsibly. From your friends at Wine and Beverage Merchant.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
I'm Big Rick, host of Real Big Talk, weekday afternoons on the Watchdog. This show is about the now in our world. Breaking stories, local, statewide, national, and around the world discussed right here on the Watchdog. Join me, Lola, and other folks from the Valley as we discuss news as it happens. What is Real Big Talk? Well, it's an honest conversation that you can be a part of no matter which way you lean. Real Big Talk, weekdays on the Watchdog.
I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? I've been put down, I've been pushed round. When will I be loved? When I find a new man that I want for mine, always breaks my heart in two. It happens every time. I've been made blue, I've been lied to. When will I be loved?
You know how many times I've said that? Mr. Malarkey, when will I be loved?
No.
Thousands.
Thousands.
As I'm getting older, I just need a little love once in a while, you know?
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Tribute to Linda Ronstadt. You remember when she was with the Stone Ponies?
No, I don't remember that.
Back in 70, oh, never mind. I got to remember that I'm an old gasser. And I got, dun, 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 special news here. You know about it, right? I don't know if Lola knows. I got to find out. Here we go. I got the text this morning. Now I can't find it. My manager's not here. Greg, you got the news?
What news?
Our friend's wife just had a baby.
Oh, right.
8 pounds, yeah.
Yeah.
When was it born? Over the weekend or yesterday?
I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yeah, I got the stats here. Now I can't find it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Ryan Tucker, there he is. 7:19 this morning. Charlotte Mary, 8 pounds, 8 ounces, and 21 inches.
It's a big baby.
That's a very big baby. We're home. Mom and baby are doing great. Here, show Lola a picture.
Aw, I can see it.
What?
Aw, she's so pretty.
Yeah.
But you got a picture before I did.
Well, you know what?
You're special.
At least I'm special to somebody. No, I'm one. It clicked on there, and I'm like, what the hell is this from him?
Yeah.
And, what? You know what? I think it's overrated. Is there anybody ever said that's an ugly baby? They're all pretty, it seems. When Anthony was born, he might have been the ugliest baby I'd ever seen.
I've seen.
Because he looked like.
I think there's some babies that are prettier than others.
Yeah. That just is
That's so diplomatic right there.
You know how to say the
I
right thing.
don't know if I've ever seen an ugly baby, honestly.
Yeah, well.
They're just too dang cute, you know?
Yeah. I can't remember. I haven't seen baby pictures. I don't know if I've ever seen baby pictures of me because I've been handled by everybody. I felt like I was in the post office, handling there, sliving there, whatever. But I was probably, you think I was a good-looking baby, Lola?
Oh, I'm sure you were, Bill. I'm sure you were.
Did that sound like confidence to you? Yeah? What do you think?
But then what happened?
Yeah.
I'm so glad he said that.
Okay, all right, we want that. Maybe I deserve that, okay? So how you been?
I'm good.
I felt bad waking Denny up. I didn't know he was on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's
And
on
when-
a
and when
little
did I call
vacation
him?
out there.
So if I woke him up at 7:04, that would be what? 4:04 in the morning?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I said, man, you sound tired. Are you all right? Bill, I'm on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yo. Who's coming in today? I'll call you later, Bill. Okay. Oh, man.
Yeah, that would have been 4 o'clock in the morning for him.
He's visiting relatives or something? And
No, he and some of his family are just taking a trip out there. You know, he likes to drive, so they're driving a couple different spots out there.
he didn't drive to San Francisco, did he?
No,
Oh, okay.
I think they flew over there and then rented a vehicle, and then they're driving around.
He says, I need to get away. You know, things are I'm stressed out. I said, don't jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in your will. Well,
If I remember correctly, they were flying to San Francisco and then driving to a bunch of different places in a van.
yeah. I should have told him, check out Alcatraz. That's one of the great places I
Yeah,
visited.
but you know, he has been everywhere, and he tells all these stories. You know, if you say, "Hey, I'm going to this area," he'll tell you what to do there because he's probably been there. And so he was telling me the story about how he visited Alcatraz before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's done a lot of those different things.
You know, I was famous in the media at one time when I was younger and had a lot of influence. It was a Steeler trip, and we're on the plane. It's a 4-day weekend because we're playing the Oakland Raiders, but we were staying in San Francisco. Everybody came up to me on the plane, you know, what are you doing tonight? Well, guys want to go to strip joints or bars. That's not me, you know. And I said, I'm going to Alcatraz. I got reservations on the boat. Oh, you stupid idiot. I get a call early in the morning. What's the number of the people to get a boat? I had like 6 people with me.
Oh, wow.
Now, remember, back then I played jokes on players, coaches. So I'm sitting in Al Capone's cell. Well, it was pre-planned that let's lock DeFabio in the cell. Guy comes over, puts the key in. I'm in the cell.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking out sitting there. I'm thinking ghost's going to come out of the wall and shoot me or something.
Right.
And I deserved it because, you know, I love playing jokes on people. And actually, coming back on the boat, you know, I didn't want to look in the water because I'm afraid, you know, what if I fall in, I can't swim? Or a shark's going to eat me, you know?
Right.
And I'm thinking, that was pretty funny.
Right.
That was pretty funny.
If you want to go visit that now, it's only like one service, I think, that does that
That's it.
trip. And
It
yeah.
was, boats were going back and forth.
Yeah, well, they're pretty well booked solid
Yes.
for several months in advance. So it's not like you can just go to San Francisco and book it that day. You need to plan that one.
Well, I booked it a couple of days when I found out we were going to Oakland for 4
Yeah.
days. And I had to use influence. I'm with the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling party. Can you help me, please? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. Probably, sometimes it helps to have influence.
Sure.
But that was a great moment. And Fisherman's Wharf, great restaurants.
I've never been to San Francisco, but that's on my bucket list of places to visit.
Yeah. Well, you should. You
See,
should visit.
see the bridge.
See the bridge, yep.
Go to Alcatraz, do that whole thing.
$160 an hour. Painters get to paint that bridge.
Really?
You couldn't pay me $1,000 a minute to be on top of that painting. Can you imagine me, Lola?
I would do
I
it.
would pass out. No, you wouldn't.
For $160 an hour?
You would go on top of the bridge and paint it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're all tethered in. All
You're
you're
not
going to
gonna
do
fall.
is like bungee jump if something happens.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. What if I pass out up there?
Well, so you bungee jump and they pluck you off the line.
Whoa, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. All right.
After you get used to it, it's not that big a deal.
Oh, I get the heebie. I watched a video on Discovery Channel about a couple of years ago about painting high buildings and stuff. Guys hanging out of skyscrapers. No, I get the heebie-jeebies. When I went to Kennywood with my kids, I was afraid to go on the merry-go-round.
So you didn't do like the Steel Phantom or anything like that?
Oh, no. I was watching the people on. What was the thing? You go all the way up and then they drop you.
The Pitfall.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't have that one anymore. I was bummed. I really
What's the
like
Jack,
that ride.
whatever it is?
The Jackrabbit?
Yeah.
You don't even ride that?
No.
So no roller coasters at all?
Well, there's like a baby roller coaster. It goes up one. And then, I went on there with Brian when he was 6. Oh, by the way, Lola, we should have the Beatles singing a birthday. I didn't think about this till I'm driving in.
What?
It's my youngest son's birthday today.
Oh, wow.
23.
23.
I just text him. It's like cats in the cradle with me. Do you want to do something later tonight? Sorry, Dad. I'm going out with my other 2 brothers, if that's okay with you. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe I'll catch you over the weekend. Well, I'm busy over the weekend, Dad. Whatever. I remember when they were kids, Dad, what do you want to do? Well, I'm on a trip with this. I always was gone.
Yeah.
I went 12 years without a vacation because I wanted to make money. Right. Now I got money, and I don't have health, and I'm not having a good time. If I didn't have Lola for a couple of hours, I'd be in a cuckoo house. Right, Lola?
See what he trades off?
Right.
I'm in the cuckoo house and I've got him.
Oh, now the truth comes out.
No, not now it comes out. It has been out. You just haven't paid attention.
40 years ago, she'd be asking me to go out. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Right.
What do you think?
I don't know about that one.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Lola, let's spend a weekend in Paris. She would say yes right away. Have dinner at the Eiffel Tower. I couldn't go up there.
First of all, you couldn't get there because you're afraid to fly. You're afraid to ride on a boat. So getting there
and
is
you're
the
afraid of
first-
heights.
Yeah. So, okay. You pay for dinner on the Eiffel Tower, and I'll go up there and eat it because it won't bother me.
Mr. Malarkey, when people say, you afraid of flying? 26 years flying with the Steelers, I always sat with Joe Green and Tony Dungy. They were like Bill DeFabio. They never looked out the window either. Go ahead. Call Joe Green a wuss.
No, I wouldn't do that. Not even still today, would I?
Yeah, when I went to Italy, first of all, I have to have a seat by the bathroom. Okay? And I talked to the hostess and everything. One trip, they had me serving because they were short-staffed. So I'm serving like donuts and stuff early in the morning. That's a 9-hour trip. But I never looked out the window.
You get an aisle seat?
Yeah.
I like window seats when I'm flying. I love looking outside.
Well, if I had a window seat, there might be somebody sitting in the middle seat and somebody sitting in the aisle seat, and sometimes I go 10 times. I don't want to be a pest.
No, I love window seats. I'll do a 4 or 5
What's the farthest
hours.
you've traveled? I know we're getting away from what's happening at West Banco and what's happening up at...
Been on the West Coast several times, and then...
You ever been out of the country?
The Dominican Republic, I've been there.
All right. Did you go see the Clemente ball field now that's all weeds?
No.
Because nobody's supporting it?
No, I didn't. I was there through my church on a missions trip when I was younger. I think it was like 20 maybe when I went there.
Okay. All right.
And a crystal clear blue water.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy. Beautiful down there.
I'm afraid of needles, too.
Needles.
This morning, the girl had to go 2 times to find my vein, and I'm there,
No.
That's okay. At some things, I'm a wuss, whatever. By the way, Wheeling Night coming up for the Wild Things. You going to be there? We might have DJ Abasella throwing out a first pitch.
When is it?
I don't know. I don't have a calendar.
Hey, don't you work for them? What day is it coming up here soon?
I have my schedule in the office. I'll check it out for you.
Yeah, I
okay?
want to check it out. I haven't been to a Wild Things game in a couple of years.
Yeah, well, if you ever want to go, let me know. I have
Okay.
4 great seats behind home plate.
Oh, great.
I traded them out. Instead of taking a couple dollars a raise for game,
Yeah.
I said, give me 4 tickets for every game so I can give them out to friends and people at the radio station. Yeah, I don't need $2 more a game.
You know, it's funny. I asked you, don't you work there? People do that to me all the time, and there's so many different dates that we have shows going on.
Yeah.
I can't remember them all.
Yeah.
Like, oh, when's such and such coming? I don't remember off the top of my head ever. I always have to look.
Yeah. You know who's coming to PNC Park in September?
What's that?
Elton John.
In PNC Park?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That
I
would
was
be a
asked
good
if
one.
I wanted to work the stage. I don't know. I'll probably make more money. Is it on a Saturday? Maybe I will do it. Yeah. And if I didn't do it, I wouldn't have an opportunity to buy some tickets, which I'll buy and scalp them.
Let me know.
Yeah, $500 a ticket for you because I like you. I've seen him.
I
only
haven't.
because-
I
well,
would
I've
love
seen
to
him.
see him.
I'm not a big fan. I like his songs, but I've been to a couple concerts because even when I was dating her, little Marianne had to go see Elton John. Then about 10 years later, when I was married to her, you know who's coming? You know who's coming to the arena? Let me guess. It's not the Rolling Stones. Elton John, do your best. I want good seats. Of course, I made sure I took care of her. All right. Back then, a bottle of water was only $3. Now you get a bottle of water at PNC Park. Somebody told me it's $7.50.
That doesn't surprise me.
Aquafina, 22 ounces.
Yeah. I mean, even ours are $3.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. I can't remember off the top of my head.
So you want to talk about events or what?
Sure.
We went around the world, right?
That's
it's
right.
like ABC, Wide World of Sports. We're there.
I'm okay with it.
And would you like to go to Italy someday?
Oh, absolutely. That's
Okay.
definitely on my bucket list of things to do.
Yeah, you can shop around. There are a lot of mom and pop restaurants. Don't
Oh,
pay
they-
any attention to the guy in a hotel who gets paid money to go to a restaurant that's
Nah.
not good.
I have a friend who used to live in Italy, or no, he still does now. He's moving back to the United States here soon. But he gave me a list of things to do and told me if I'm ever go there, he's got all these different restaurants in like every city to hit that
Yeah.
aren't the touristy restaurants.
Yeah.
He said this is real, authentic
Yeah.
Italian food. Not
And-
Olive Garden.
And if you go to,
Even though I love Olive Garden, don't get me wrong, but
yeah. Well, I was told by the guy in the hotel, man, because I said, where's some good places to eat? Boom, 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 boom. Then there was a prices there, and I go, well, hey, that's a lot of money for pasta.
Yeah.
And my first night, I went to a couple of those places, okay? Not worth it.
uh-huh.
And then I'm talking to a couple of Americans on the street or something. They were going to a musical, which was right next door to me in a hotel, an auditorium or whatever. And I said, you got any mom and pop places? And they said, right next to the Steeler Bar. They got a Pittsburgh Steeler Bar there. It's unbelievable.
In Italy?
Yeah.
Where at in Italy?
Right near the Coliseum.
Okay, in Rome?
Yeah. And no, in Berlin. Aren't we talking about Italy?
I said, where at in Italy?
Okay, that's okay. You ever been to Berlin?
No, I haven't.
You wanna
been
go to
across the
Germany?
pond. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's part German.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind
German
going,
and Irish, I am.
I wouldn't mind going to France,
In France, I could take or leave.
Yeah, I'm working on my French now. French fry, oui, oui, I'm good at that. But
French
anyhow,
toast.
Oh, yeah. But I found these 2 mom and pop places, all right? Dives, maybe 5 tables outside. But the owners would come over with a glass of wine free.
Oh, yeah.
What else do you need, You want something to go? It was great. And I don't think I spent, me, myself, and I, $10 or $11.
That's not bad at all.
No.
For all
Anthony,
three of you.
Anthony was with me. So, and he eats like a pig. And we went to another one the next day. Both ate like pigs for like $25.
That's not bad at all.
And I found out it's not nice to tip.
How long ago was this?
2000. It was before I went to visit my mom, and she passed away. She passed away in 2011. Oh, it was afterwards, 2014.
Oh, so prices probably aren't that much different now.
Yeah, but remember, last year, maybe this year closed because of COVID-19?
Yeah.
Everything was closed. I don't think I can get back into Italy for a while
Well, no, I
because
think
of
it's
the
still-
airlines. And that.
Right.
Okay. You have to wear a mask at any more of your events, or no?
If you're vaccinated, you do not.
Okay.
But we are not asking for, the cards to see if you're vaccinated or not. honor system for us.
You got
We are still
David Allan Poe coming? Poe,
David
whatever.
Allan Coe, yes.
Oh, I was thinking of what did Poe do? He wrote nasty stories, didn't he? Edgar Poe, whatever. Edgar, who was that, Lola?
Edgar Allan Poe, and he was an author.
Okay.
Yes.
Didn't he do The Raven or something?
Yes, The Raven, The Telltale Heart.
Yeah. And Vincent Price starred in all of them, it seems. David Allan Coe, I don't know who wrote this, but thank you. He'll be at the Capitol Theater?
Yes, August 21st.
Okay. What day is that?
That's a Saturday.
Okay. Remind me at the break to get you a Washington Wild Things calendar so you don't embarrass me on the air anymore. That's at the Capitol Theater. There's a meet and greet, right?
I think so.
This says meet and greet, front row, pit, $125.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
That's good. They got balcony, $25. I would probably sit there if I had to pay.
Yeah.
I like the balcony.
They're great seats up there. You see really well. And it
I was
sounds
there
really good up
upstairs,
there, too.
first row, for
Yeah.
Jersey Boys. I loved it.
Those are the best seats in the house right
Yeah,
there.
the sound was great.
Yeah.
I keep telling Denny, bring the Jersey Boys back.
They've been here twice.
Well, I want to go see them again.
It's totally up to our promoter.
Yeah, who's that? DJ Abasella? Because he does everything.
No,
Okay.
for the Nailers he is. But
Yeah.
it's a guy from Indianapolis that does our Broadway shows.
Okay. All right. That's August 21st. Who else you have coming?
We had Jamie Johnson on July 30th.
No, this is a big name.
Trace Adkins.
Yes, when's he coming?
That's in October.
Okay.
October 10. And then October 30th is your favorite show, besides the Jersey Boys, which is the doo-wop.
Yeah. We're working on Bobby Rydell, the lead singer of the Marvelettes, so yeah. We
Yeah.
always try and have all the guests on, so it's like a preview,
Sure. And then
Good promotion for you guys, too.
a few days after the doo-wop show on November 3rd is our first Broadway of the year, and that is Waitress.
It's the day before my birthday. Lola, you want to take me to that for my birthday to see Waitress? Don't even think about it. You never send me a birthday card or anything. That's okay. Notice you had to think about that? Oh, that Lola. When's her Cowboys come in? 'Cause she likes to check out their new boots and pants.
It's September, I think. No.
No.
Maybe it
Isn't
is.
that October?
October, yeah, you're right.
What date in October?
October 8 and 9.
Okay. Yeah. I might see her at the restaurant, too, before and after the shows. Because those guys and gals, they spend the money.
Well,
they
the
eat
PBR
well,
guys.
they eat well,
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
the best tippers in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the girls will be standing in line to wait on them. So, and they should. 'Cause, you don't make a whole lot of money, waitress. You got to depend on tips, but we won't go there. But you can go to the Taco Bell in Washington and get $1,500 bonus.
1,500?
Yeah, to sign
Wow.
your name. I feel bad for the people that's already working there.
Yeah, are they
What are they
getting-
going to say? You going to
they
give us
getting a
something?
Stay-on bonus?
Yeah. Work in radio where you can become a millionaire. Yeah, okay. But yeah, we got the Capitol Theater events. Yeah. Anything new down at the West Banco? Football game, right?
Yes, there is a football game. There's actually going to be two in the same day. One is a different league.
Is it exhibition games?
The one that the Rough Riders are doing is an exhibition game.
It's former players, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is July 17, and that's the Rough Riders alumni game.
Well, at least you got people in the building. People will be drinking beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the way, tonight is Thirsty Thursdays at the Wild Things. Beer will be real cheap. Stonies.
Stonies.
You ever hear Stonies?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very popular at the Wild Things.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. I didn't grow up on Stonies. I grew up on Carling Black Label. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lola remembers it too.
I grew up on Jack Daniels.
Well, excuse me. A pint of that or a fifth of that's a little bit more than a six-pack of Black Label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't.
You like JD, huh?
I don't like beer that much.
No?
I'm a whiskey on the rocks guy.
Okay, all right. By the way, how my girlfriends doing?
They're doing okay.
They ask about me?
No.
They must be mad at me. They haven't talked to me for a while.
They're pretty quiet.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they start talking to me, though?
I'd be afraid.
Is that a hell of a story?
Yeah.
Let's go to my conference room that I use as an office. I rent it out. I'm going to find that date for you since you embarrassed me while you work there. That's something Lola would say. Don't you work there, Bill? Yeah, but I'm losing my mind.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Silly Billy, they used to call me. We'll be right back with the voice of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that's Greg Brown.
Everything's gonna be.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1 W251CY, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7 W249DU, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In South Florida, hours after a beachside condo complex partially collapsed, crews are still searching for survivors. Governor Ron DeSantis, moments ago.
They are in search and rescue mode. They are trying to identify survivors. I know they have made contact with some, and they are doing everything they can to save lives.
DeSantis commended crews who rushed to the complex after it pancaked early this morning.
They were on that scene before we knew whether there'd be more collapse. We didn't know whether the building had any structural integrity, and they were shepherding people to safety.
One person has been confirmed dead. City and state leaders bracing for the death toll to rise. Authorities say they're providing hotel rooms for those who are displaced from the building. The cause of the collapse still unknown. President Biden at the White House, flanked by the bipartisan working group of lawmakers, alongside announcing they've struck a deal on the framework for an infrastructure package. He says there's no taxes. The president says Democrats and Republicans worked hard and made concessions.
One of the things that we agreed on infrastructure, we made serious compromises on both ends.
The bipartisan group now tasked with getting widespread support in the Senate. A New York court has suspended former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani from practicing law in the state.
As an attorney, Rudy Giuliani has what a New York court called a weighty responsibility to not knowingly misrepresent facts and make false statements. But the court said that's exactly what Giuliani did in his representation of former President Trump. The decision cited claims Giuliani made about the election results in courtrooms, on the radio, and to state lawmakers in Georgia. And the court said it could not overstate the seriousness of Giuliani's misconduct. False statements intended to foment a loss of confidence in our elections, the decision said, damage the proper functioning of a free society. Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
You're listening to ABC News.
I'm CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger with a quick tip from H2O Wireless on stretching your budget and saving money every month. Start with your recurring monthly bills, and here's the easiest one, your cell phone bill. Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile charge premium rates for unlimited data, when in all actuality, you have no need for that much data. H2O Wireless, on the other hand, is on the exact same network as one of those carriers, but charges you half. The average family of four is saving over $70 a month without having to sacrifice coverage. And listen to this, unlimited talk, text, and 15 gigs of data for just $36 per month. Switching is as easy as swapping out your SIM card. You can keep your phone and your phone number. Here's how to get the best deal. This month, dial pound 250 and say keyword get H2O. You'll save an additional 50% off your first month. Dial pound 250 and say get H2O for this exclusive offer and start saving today.
COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations are trending downward across the U.S., but health officials say they're concerned about the Delta variant. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky.
What I really do worry about is those pockets of places around the country that haven't been well vaccinated. And those are the places where this virus is going to be an opportunist and could potentially take hold in individuals and communities.
The Delta variant now seen in the majority of states. Las Vegas is betting on booming post-pandemic travel with a new hotel and casino opening for business on the city's famous strip.
Resorts World Las Vegas opens tonight, the first hotel casino to open on the strip in more than a decade. Developed by a group from Malaysia, it's 3 hotels in one, costing more than $4 billion to build. Sitting on the site formerly home to the Stardust Hotel, it features a 5,000-seat concert venue with big names already booked. There are 7 unique pools, including an infinity pool with views of the Strip and a 27,000-square-foot spa.
ABC's Andrea Fujii. Good news for chocolate lovers. A new study of postmenopausal women shows that starting or ending the day with a small amount of milk chocolate, about 100 grams, can decrease blood sugar levels and may even help the body burn calories. The study also showed daily consumption also decreased hunger and desire for sweets. This is ABC News.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. So a friend told me about Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, and his exact words were, "It changed my life."
I used to spend a ridiculous amount of time trying to remove tomato sauce from inside our microwave and soap scum off the bathtub.
It's like seriously magic, and my secret weapon for cleaning the kitchen, bathroom, doors, and walls, and even keeping my sneakers clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser.
Greatest invention ever!
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, the unicorn of cleaning.
I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
This is ONN.
I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network. 3 people, 2 men and a 10-year-old boy died of what investigators believe may have been carbon monoxide poisoning on a boat last night off Cleveland. The boat was circling erratically and the Coast Guard made the discovery. A shooting overnight in Columbus became the city's 94th homicide of the year. It's a pace that would crush last year's record high of 175 murders. Police in Toledo are investigating after the body of a 36-year-old man named Theodore Walker was found yesterday morning in Ottawa Park near downtown. Carla Byron with ONN affiliate WTOL-TV in Toledo has more.
A passerby discovered the body and police had a white van towed from the scene that they tell me was not registered to Walker. Walker's father, William Darling II, says his son may have been out at the park selling T-shirts. There is no suspect or motive in this case at this time. Carla Byron in downtown Toledo.
This was the 28th murder this year in Toledo. Last year, there were 20 at this point. This is happening in cities nationwide. President Joe Biden addressed it yesterday.
There are things we know that work to reduce gun violence and violent crime. Background checks, ban on assault weapons and high-capacity magazines.
The president's remarks came after a meeting on crime prevention and intervention with mayors, law enforcement officials, and community organizers nationwide. I'm Dave James on the Ohio News Network.
304-214-1600. Call the Watchdog with your thoughts. We'll be right back to Local Talk.
Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 want to thank the owners and contractors of the Ohio Valley for using their locally trained workers to help build for the future. Local 83 helps design, fabricate, and build the gas infrastructure for the oil and gas industry here in the Ohio Valley. Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 is 300 members strong and growing. They also do residential, commercial, and industrial work on both sides of the river. For more information, call Plumbers and Steam Fitters Local 83 at 304-233-4445.
The Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off is back, featuring the best ribs your taste buds can handle. Come on down to Wheeling's Heritage Port June 25th and 26th to see who can win the coveted Karen Bauer Trophy. Admission is free, so stop by for live music, free cornhole tournament, beer garden, and more. The Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off, June 25th and 26th at Wheeling's Heritage Port.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker, Darnell Foster, with a look at your local weather forecast for your Thursday. Mostly sunny skies with a high near 84. Mainly clear overnight, 64 for the low. Clouds and limited sunshine around for your Friday, with highs in the lower to mid 80s. Have yourself a great day, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Now it's time for Bill DeFabio on AM 1600 WKKX, The Watchdog.
Oh, man, I'm hungry. Coming up at 1:35, we'll have a young lady who's going to talk about the Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off. Oh, ribs, chicken, and more. Oh. Lola, am I going to beat you down to the first stand tomorrow?
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Okay. If I see you, you know I'll buy you some water and napkins, you know? I take care
I'll
of
be
you.
working, Bill.
Where? Oh, here. Okay. When's it start tomorrow? It's 12 to 11. Okay, we'll talk about that at the bottom of the hour. Now one of my favorite radio, TV announcers in baseball. He's in my top 500. Greg Brown, how are you?
You know, that went unnoticed. I laughed. I don't know if anybody else did, but I thought it was hilarious. You said to Lola, am I going to beat you to the stand? And she said, I'm sure you will. I mean, like it's.
Oh, yeah, she's been ripping me all day.
Oh, you're such a gentleman. Bill, you're such a gentleman.
And you know what? For the first time in years, I was right on a prediction. I said you would take 2 out. Was it 2 out of 3?
You said 2 out of 3. Yes, you did.
You ready for the Cardinals prediction where they've kicked your butt 10 straight? You're going to win
sure.
2 of 4.
Oh, I'll take that. I mean, you win 500 on the road. That's what you're kind of shooting for. Yeah.
Well, you know, I was going to say 3 out of 4 because they're struggling. They're down in the dumps. Nobody feels sorry for them.
Right.
Because they're the New York Yankees of the National League. I'm thinking maybe the Pirates can take 3 out of 4. I don't know. Hey, you've watched.
I'll take 2 out of 4.
Yeah. By the way, I have sent somebody from the FBI to your broadcast booth. There's some sticky stuff on your headsets, man. Isn't it?
Well, you know, you got to get a grip. Got to get a grip.
Isn't this a bunch of BS with all the stuff that's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know how I feel about the whole thing. You know, they say statistically speaking now, since it was announced that there would be a crackdown, which was, I guess, early June, so close to a month's worth of data.
Yeah.
It shows that strikeouts are down, offense is up.
Yeah.
Now, there are those skeptics that say that happens anyway because of the warmer weather, and that's when hitters start to figure out pitchers. I don't know the answer. I don't know. You know, I've talked to Bob Walk about it, a former pitcher. I've talked to John Wayner about it, a former hitter.
Yeah.
And Wayner says it's no big deal. Let the pitchers figure it out. In so many words, that's what he says. Walk says it's no big deal. Let the pitchers do what they do. It's been going on for 100 years. So I really don't know where I stand on it. It's just interesting that it seems to be now. Oh, and I talked to Kevin Young about it. Who's been doing some...
By the way, he's doing a nice job. If I were you, I'd make sure I have a contract.
Well, if he did play-by-play, I'd agree with you.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he's very good.
Anyone that actually listens to the games would know that he's actually a color analyst.
I don't listen to the games that much.
But, no, so I'll talk to someone that actually listens to our games.
Oh, okay.
And they would know that I don't have to worry about Kevin Young taking my job. Now, a play-by-play guy... Yes, you're right. Like you, yes, I have to worry about you taking my job, but not Kevin Young.
Would you be worried if I went down the street and made an offer to Mr. Nutting you couldn't refuse, and I owned the team, and I owned your butt? Would you be worried?
Yes, I'd be very worried because you bring it up every week for like the last 5 years, so I'd be worried sick.
Yeah, but don't you know your severance would probably be $1 million to get lost?
I don't know that.
Yeah, you could buy 3 horses for your horse ranch, wherever the heck that is.
All I know is that regardless of how much money you made, you'd still beat us all to the rib stand.
Oh, Greg, that's not nice, but it's true.
Well, no, what do you not nice? It's true. You just asked Lola. You said, Lola, will I beat you to the rib stand? And she said, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, well, I forgot she works till 5.
Oh.
But as soon as I'm done here, I'm going down and get some ribs. You know what? And you better quit ribbing me.
Oh, they're very good. Very clever.
Hey, let me ask you this question.
I don't want to get sloppy. We're on that sticky subject. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I like to start fights, you know.
I know that.
Well, yeah, because, you know, if I can't participate in them, I can start and then run away.
Sure.
Max Scherzer, Joe Girardi. If they duked it out, who would I put my money on? I'm saying Max.
Well, I don't know. I really don't know that because Girardi's a tough guy. You know, he's not as tall as Scherzer, but in terms of muscular build, I mean, he works out, I'm sure, a lot. So I don't know. That'd be a tough call.
Okay.
He's scrappy. Yeah. Girardi is scrappy, a former catcher.
Yep.
That would be tough.
I thought that was all BS, but I enjoyed it. You know, especially
well, I think
some
it was probably showmanship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Showmanship.
I mean, young kids see this. You know, young kids see everything. You know.
Sure.
You miss first base, and they're going to miss first base in Little League because that's what the pros do. You know I had to bring that up.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. But it happens, and they hit home runs. That's what the pros do. So they'll hit home runs.
Yeah, strike out or hit a home run, right?
Well, or steal bases or run the bases well.
Yep.
Which the Pirates did over the weekend. I keep thinking it's the weekend. It feels like the weekend because we had afternoon.
By the way, you going to St. Louis?
I'm not going to St. Louis.
Oh,
in fact,
man.
if I were going to St. Louis, I'd be there right now. But no, I'm in Pittsburgh.
Okay. You've heard of Jim Bowden, right?
Yes, I have.
He worked the press box. He would get Mr. DeFabio. Need a coffee or stats? Yeah, okay. He told me that by the time he's 30, he was going to be a general manager in Major League Baseball. And I looked at him and said, you couldn't even manage a Little League team. Boy, did I have to eat crow because, at age, 30 or 31, he was hired as a GM at the Reds. He has come up with a trade that he said is a no-brainer. Did you read about this in the paper?
I have not.
Okay. Would you do it? You ready?
I'm ready.
Rodriguez and Reynolds to Atlanta, because they may make some changes, for a package of young players that would include Drew Waters, Trey Harris, Logan Brown, Kyle Wright, and Giselle de la Cruz. I'm familiar with a couple of them. Do you know any of them?
Honestly, I don't. I don't. None of those names is familiar to me. That doesn't mean anything because I've not studied the Atlanta Braves farm system, or for that matter, I don't know really anybody's farm system other than the Pirates. This happens every year.
Oh yeah.
Around we've got a month before the trade deadline, and it's part of the fun of being kind of amateur general managers. And Jim Bowden is now an amateur general manager. So, I would have to look at it and see, and who knows whether that's something that the Braves would propose. I mean, we're going to hear all kinds of trade proposals over the next month from people, and we'll see if the Pirates make any moves between now and the end of July. Ben Cherington on a Zoom call the other day told members of the media that, and this, it's so funny because I was on the Zoom call and I just was so anxious to see what the headlines would be on the websites and the newspapers the next day. And sure as heck, somebody asked him, "Hey Ben, do you feel like you're getting more calls this year around this time than you were last year?" And he goes, "I've never been a good predictor of when or if I'm going to make a trade." He said, "But I would say that it seems like we're getting a lot of calls." Well, boy, the next day it's like, "Oh, Ben Cherington's looking to make trades."
Yeah.
I'm sure if something comes up that he likes, he'll make a deal. He's shown that already. Yeah. And it may be, I'd be surprised, frankly, if Reynolds is dealt. But if he is, I'm sure the Pirates are going to get a good package for him.
Yeah. It's only my opinion, one opinion. Everybody has an opinion, like they have noses, so to speak. I think, please tell me if I'm wrong, because I want to hear from the expert. I think Frazier's gone, Rodriguez is gone. And, maybe Colin Moran. You agree or disagree, or like two of the three to leave, or all three?
Well, like you just said, it's an opinion. Everybody has an opinion, so there's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
Whether I agree, I don't know. I don't have an answer. We've talked about this before. I chuckle at all the Frazier talk because I've heard it now going on. I think this is the fourth straight year that I've heard people say Adam Frazier is going to be traded.
Yeah, and then he's still with us.
As I said before, eventually someone is going to be right because in every sport, football, hockey, basketball, baseball, most players do not stay with their teams from start to finish.
Yeah.
It is rare in any sport that a player stays with his team. Who would have guessed that Tom Brady would not have finished up his career in the National Football League with the Patriots?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it happens. Peyton Manning, where did he end up? Denver?
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time. And so eventually he will probably be traded. I don't know it. I mean, is there a chance that they end up signing him and keeping Frazier? That's what I would like. If I were in charge, I would have looked into this before Cherington arrived because I feel like Frazier was an underrated player. And I don't know what the statistics showed, and I'm talking about the previous administration now, Neil Huntington and company, and I like Neil, but I think the Pirates got it wrong. You say you're wrong a lot, Bill. I'm wrong way more than you are. But on Frazier, I was right. I would argue with people a couple years ago off the air. The people would say, oh, he's just a middling player. And I would scream, put him at second base, let him play there every day, and just watch what happens. Let him play every day. Leave him alone. And sure as shooting, that's what's happening this year.
Yeah.
And so I would have, a couple years ago, I would have made an offer to keep him for a long time. But at any rate, I think Frazier could be gone. Rodriguez could be gone. You know, for me, the guy that, if they're going to make a trade, the one that seems to me to be the most obvious is Richard Rodriguez, because he's relatively cheap, and he still has, I think, 3 years of control for the Pirates, which is huge for every team in baseball. If you can get a player and you still have him under control before he becomes a free agent, there's a lot of value in that.
Yep. And there's a lot of value in Frazier. Isn't he one of the best hitters in the National League and maybe Major Leagues? And he's a lefty? Come on.
He's third in the league in hitting.
Yep.
He's, I think, tied for first in terms of hits. He's in the top 10, I believe, in OPS. He's 2 years running now. He's been a Gold Glove finalist. He plays hurt. The things that don't show up in the statistics that I know for a fact, he plays hurt. He doesn't complain. He's a great teammate. He's a smart baseball player. All the things that I personally, as a fan, like a whole heck of a lot.
I got a trade involving you.
Another one.
Yeah.
What do you got?
You ready?
Yep.
Greg Brown to TNT or TBA for Joe Buck. Now, whoever you make the trade with, you know who's going along with you? A signed Mary Mendoza autographed baseball the year he hit 192, and a lifetime subscription to Mr. Nutting's newspaper here in Wheeling. What do you think? Too much?
I can't. There's no way you can allow. That's tampering. You can't allow me to have any opinion on that when I'm involved in the trade. That's not right. That's illegal for me to say anything.
Okay, well then I'll go to jail. I haven't had good meals in a day. You know what? Whatever. No, I wouldn't want Joe Buck. I want Greg Brown. I don't want Joe Buck.
Well, that's awfully nice of you to say, but he's an outstanding broadcaster, and I'm sure that would be one. That would be a steal for whoever got Joe Buck. If you trade me and anybody else, I mean, my goodness, you're getting Joe Buck.
Yeah.
You're getting one of the best broadcasters in the history of the game.
Yeah, but you know me. We go back to the 70s. Joe Buck doesn't, you know, he would Bill DeFabio. What the hell is that? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I do know what you mean there. You're right about that. He would say that.
Oh, Greg. I'll tell you what, this team is still fun to watch. You're only, 20 games under 500? Whatever. But they're fun to watch.
Well, that's what I've said for a long time. Again, even yesterday's loss, they win. They played the two best teams in the American League Central Division, and by record, they were two of the best teams in all of the American League.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in and they took 2 of 3 from the Cleveland Indians, and they take 1 of 2, split 500 against the Chicago White Sox, who are the leaders of the American League Central Division. And they played them, and the 2 games they lost, they could easily have won, 1 hit away. So I'm with you 100%. I think they're a really fun team to watch. I loved the weekend with the fans now at 55%. Well, now, of course, the 1st of July, that Thursday night game, a Big and Rich playing in concert right afterward, the reopening weekend at PNC Park. The Brewers are coming in for a 4-game series. They're going to reopen PNC Park. It'll be wide open. All seats are open. None of this stuff about pods and 50% and distancing and all that stuff. So they're going to open it up 100%, and it's going to be a gigantic party on the North Shore starting Thursday night, the 1st of July. And I can't wait because the noise level, and the players talked about it. I couldn't believe that there were only like 19,000, I guess 55%, for that series over the weekend against Cleveland because it was loud, it was exciting. They came back. That one game they led 11-1 and had to hold on for dear life. The next night they were down, I think 3-0, and they got 2 3-run homers in that 7th inning. They came back to win that one. The noise level was amazing, and to see so many families and kids Fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wives. I couldn't believe it. It was, and the smiles on their faces all throughout the ballpark, all game long. The fun people are having, once again, coming back to baseball. It's a treat. It's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's, and I noticed that at the Wild Things, where now we get about 1,100, 1,200 people, especially on Kids Day. The kids are having a good time. They don't know who the players are. They don't care. They're having a good time. Plus, they get free meals and stuff,
Well,
Yeah,
again,
it's great.
It's
great.
a ton of fun, and there's nothing like PNC Park. That view, of course, first and foremost, the ballpark, the field. I talked to Albert Pujols when he was in town with the Dodgers and asked him down during batting practice, this has always been one of your favorite. You hit well here. He goes, no, this is my favorite ballpark. It's beautiful. I love the city. The fans get into it. So it's I cannot wait for the Brewers coming to town that Thursday night, the 1st of July, to start a 4-game series. Promotion packed, and I think the weather's going to be great. Big and Rich in concert after that Thursday night game.
Ooh.
I cannot. I hope. It's hard to sell out when you're only. Usually they announce that in the wintertime, so they give people months to buy tickets. Now whether they can, sell out in 2 weeks' time, I doubt it. But I do know that they're going to have nice crowds for all 4 of those games.
Yeah, that's going to be great. That's going to be great.
And I think they'll play competitive baseball. They play the Cardinals this 4-game series in St. Louis. Then they go to Denver, play the Rockies for 3, which won't be easy in Denver. The Rockies are terrible on the road, but they're decent at home. And but then they come home to start a big homestand, and it's going to be tons of fun.
Well, a team like the White Sox, they're one of the best teams in the American League. They were, 16-17 on the road. Oh, by the way,
you're right.
Do you know who I am? Did he show up in your press box? You
know
who I
you
am.
are.
Tony La Russa. Do you know who I am?
Do I know who you are? Tony La Russa.
Tony La Russa got stopped for DUI or something, and he told a police officer, "Do you know who I am?"
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I certainly know Tony La Russa. We've talked about that, and I went down on the field and saw him, and I figured I'd take the high road, and I just went over and shook his hand and said, "Welcome back."
Yeah.
And he said thanks, and that was kind of it. I didn't stand around. I just walked away. So.
Yeah. You should have talked to him a little bit more because he invented the game. He'll tell you. No, he didn't.
Yeah, let bygones be bygones. Let it go. I don't hold a grudge. I let Tony La Russa. I think he's been good for baseball.
Yep.
He loves the game. He respects the game. Don't necessarily agree with his tactics, but and it was fun to beat him. It would have been really fun to beat him twice.
Yeah, I was hoping for that. Take that, Mr. Know-It-All. Hey, I got to go back and look at this because the good old days with sports. This will give Lola a charge because I thought, even as a kid, I read a lot about him. Nobody could throw better than this guy other than Clemente. Al Kaline, right fielder, signed with the Tigers on this date in 1953.
Wow.
All right. Following 30 days after graduation in high school, he was 18 years old. And, of course, the rest is history. One of the all-time great Tigers. He had a hell of an arm, but nothing like Clemente.
No, and didn't he just pass away like a year ago, I believe? If I'm not
Lola?
mistaken?
Did he pass away, Lola?
I believe about a year ago.
Yeah, he passed away.
Yeah, a gentleman. And,
Good for baseball.
One of the all-time great Tigers, and I 100% agree with that. Just represent the Tigers so well. And just a good person. Tigers, in terms of interleague play, the Pirates are doing better against the American League this year than they did last year. And the Tigers still come to town, I think, in September, a 3-game series, which will be interesting because by then, both the Pirates and the Tigers could look very different. You mentioned the trade deadline. Tigers are in a similar boat, trying to acquire talent. It'll be interesting to see who is left. I assume Miguel Cabrera will still be there as he's closing in on some more milestones.
Yeah.
But that'll be an interesting series in September.
Yeah, that will be. Imagine if he's traded to Pittsburgh. Lola will be calling you every day for tickets.
Yeah.
No, she won't. No, she won't.
I don't guarantee much.
Oh, you would take care of her before you took care of me.
I can guarantee you that won't be necessary because there's no way on this earth the Pirates would ever trade for Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad he's not like 23 again, but
Yeah,
I
right,
enjoyed
exactly.
him. That's a future Hall of Famer, no-brainer, right?
Yeah, it is, and he seems to be a good guy on the field. Reputation of how do you say? Not the best tipper.
Oh, Michael Jordan disease.
Yeah, I mean, I heard a story a couple of weeks ago that floored me from a friend of mine who was a cab driver in Pittsburgh up until about 2 years ago, and I could not believe the story. I don't want to speak out of school, but that's the word on the street, unfortunately, about which I liked him. I still like him a lot, but it soured me a bit to hear that side of him. But still, to your point, he's still a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is. Always will be. Some great years with the Tigers. I noticed, I was watching a replay, and they showed him. Jim Leland was in the crowd last night.
He was seated about, I think, right behind the dugout at the very end of the White Sox dugout, because, of course, Tony La Russa gave Leland his start in Major League Baseball. Leland was a manager at the minor leagues at the Tigers.
Yep.
He became a third base coach for the Chicago White Sox under Tony La Russa, and then the Pirates hired him as their manager in the I believe it was 1985 or 86, 85 I want to say. Yeah. And you want to say the rest is history. Well, indeed, the rest was history. If he went on to manage the Pirates for years and then went on to the Marlins and the Colorado Rockies and the Tigers. So, pretty cool story.
Was he smoking? Because he likes to smoke. He'll smoke anywhere.
Yeah, not in the stands. I'm sure he found a way to get it.
Who's going to throw out Jim Leland? Come on.
Well, even Jim Leland would be thrown out for smoking.
All right.
But I'm sure he found a way somewhere outside to sneak one in.
Yeah, all right. Hey,
great. I love him. I love Jim Leland.
I do too.
Now that is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer too.
That is a Hall of Famer.
I don't know what no-brainers are anymore in this business of politics and all this, but you're a Hall of Famer in my book.
Well, Bill, I appreciate that, and from what I understand, in terms of the mad sprint to Ribfest stands, apparently.
Why are you kicking my ass? Why?
I'm not. That's how the show started.
Okay.
I heard the music play, and as I'm saying, you say to Lola about all the Ribfest coming up, and you can't wait to get some ribs, and you're going to get, and you say, Lola, well, I'm going to beat you to the rib stand.
I forgot she had to work till 5. Okay, Greg?
And she said, I'm sure you will, which indicates to me that if you guys were out there together walking around and you saw the stand, you would sprint to the stand, and she believes, because you asked, would I beat you? I'm sure you will, she says to you.
Yeah, I know.
You know what he'd do, Greg? He would drop a 50-cent piece on the ground and go, oh, look, pick it up. And as I'm bending over to pick up the 50-cent piece, that's when he would run to the rib stand.
Oh, okay. So he wouldn't be blatant about it. He'd sneak that way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I can't wait to get you down here so I can get my bobblehead, okay?
Yes, sir. It's still here.
All right. Hey, have
Got
fun.
your name on it. All right.
Have fun. 2 out of 4 from the Cardinals, okay?
We'll take it.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Always a pleasure to have fun with you, I think. And I wouldn't trade you straight up for Joe Buck, believe me.
Oh, thank you. And I wouldn't trade you for...
Where's my dump button?
Let me think. I would not trade you for... let me think of somebody. Think of a good host. Larry King.
Love you, Greg. I love you.
All right, Lola, love you. See ya.
Yeah, I don't love you, Greg. Goodbye.
See ya.
I can't wait to get him in here. We'll come in for like 2 hours and have more fun. When he came in here last time, it was like we could have went for 10 hours, all right? Okay. Ohio Valley Rib and Chicken Cook-Off. Everything you need to know. Who's playing Friday? Who's playing Saturday? What's available at the concession stand? Free cornhole tournament. Lots of ribs, lots of chicken, lots of fun. More to come right after this.
The Metro News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
West Virginia Metro News. I'm Chris Lawrence. A doctor who formerly worked at the Clarksburg VA Hospital has pleaded guilty to allegations he assaulted a pair of hospital employees. U.S. Attorney Randolph Bernard says 66-year-old Dr. Kenneth Ramdot of Silver Springs, Maryland, pleaded guilty to a pair of counts of simple assault, admitting to touching women's breasts without their permission while in an isolated room of incapacitated patients at the Louis A. Johnson VA Hospital in Harrison County. He was sentenced to 1 year of probation. The incidents happened between August of 2019 and October of 2019. Members of the legislature back at the Capitol this hour for a special session. The agenda includes reallocation of $250,000 in surplus revenue from this year to various state agencies ahead of the end of the fiscal year. But another part of the call will freeze regional jail rates. Good news for Kanawha County Commission President Kent Carper, who says reining in the exploding cost of housing inmates has to be a priority for the legislature as counties continue to struggle to pay the bill.
They've got so much money, they can eliminate income tax, they can eliminate tax on inventory. They apparently are swimming in money. But if they're serious about protecting people from criminals, people that are dangerous need to be kept in jail. It's just a question of how you pay for it.
That special session gaveling to order this hour. COVID cases in West Virginia continue their downward trend. The DHHR today with 55 new cases and 4 fatalities. You're listening to Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. The Cabell-Huntington Board of Health has voted unanimously to continue operating its needle exchange program. The operations continue at the request of the county's chief health officer, Dr. Michael Kilkenny, who said they'll be able to continue funding the program with grants they've already acquired and will then be able to operate under a new state law that takes effect July 9th. Another sign things are getting back to normal, the West Virginia Pumpkin Festival in Milton is ago, October 7th through the 10th. From the Metro News Anchor Desk, I'm Chris Lawrence.
AutomotiveMap.com presents the Sports Flash, powered by the score on The Watchdog. I'm John Thayer. The Atlanta Hawks beat the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee last night. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, 116-113. Trae Young had 48 points, 7 rebounds, and 11 assists to lead the Hawks to the victory. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 34 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists for the Bucks. Tonight, it is game number 3 between the Suns and the Clippers in L.A. on ESPN. Phoenix leads that series 2-0. NHL last night in overtime, the Islanders winners over the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-2. That evens the series at 3 apiece. Those two will prepare for game number 7 tomorrow night. Tonight it's game 6 between the Canadiens and Golden Knights. Montreal leads the series 3-2. Download the Score app today. Lightning fast sports alerts so you never miss a thing. I'm John Thayer with the Sports Flash, powered by the Score on The Watchdog.
I'm one of thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body.
I'm living in the moment and taking Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy.
Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com.
Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson at the Highlands, home of lifetime powertrain protection. Now, during the Jim Robinson Ford Lincoln Toyota Pre-Owned Super Sale, select from over 80 vehicles in stock starting under $5,000. Most are local trades, many with one owner. Hurry to Jim Robinson.
CA House Music has all the gear to make your music legendary. With all the best gear, including Fender, Epiphone, Yamaha, and more, CA House will have you rocking in no time. Get the most for your money with everyday low prices. And we meet or beat internet pricing. Play before you buy and let our product specialists help you pick out the instrument that's right for you. CA House Music, supporting local musicians since 1872. Play music for life.
For all of your IT needs, visit OmniPerforms.com. Omni Strategic Technologies, the only IT company that the watchdog trusts.
Attorney Tom McIntyre.
Life. It may knock you down, but you don't have to stay that way. I'm Tom McIntyre. I'm a bankruptcy attorney, and I'm here to help you. Give us a call, and we'll send you a copy of my free book, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. It's an interesting read, and it'll explain bankruptcy to you like no other book does. Give us a call. We're here to help.
Call Thomas E. McIntyre and Associates at 304-232-8600. Allow us to help put you back on the road to financial success.
Wheeling Coin and Hobby on 10th Street in Wheeling, next to the Bridge Tavern in downtown Wheeling, wants to buy any and all unwanted gold and silver jewelry. They are paying top dollar for 10, 14, 18, and 22 karat gold plus 925 sterling silver. They also want to buy collectible coins and paper money from before 1933. Wheeling Coin and Hobby is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Saturday. Coin and Hobby, 304-232-8430, and add them on Facebook.
Hi, it's Hoppy Kirchville. Join me weekdays at 10 o'clock for Talkline. We'll talk about the big stories affecting us in West Virginia, top political figures, sports personalities, sometimes just plain folks offering their opinions on what's happening today. 10 till noon, right after the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Anybody going to sing Lola on this song?
No, I didn't check. This is a karaoke version.
Oh, okay.
So you just got the music.
All right. Okay. Let me use my PA voice for this guest. By the way, I got to get that smile on Facebook. Hold on. What a great smile. I need a smile. I'm taking a lot of ribbing here. And we're going to talk about ribs. There we go. There she is. Look at that smile, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A 11-year veteran. Let's welcome Miss Tanya Woody. Hey, Tanya. You haven't stopped smiling since I met you 40 minutes ago. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Wasn't that old Verizon commercial?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
We can do this all day.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hey, I'm glad you're coming in to talk about something we've been promoting and talk about because we're a community-minded station. And anytime you talk food here, especially with the lady behind you, it's always a good thing, you know?
Yes.
You've already met Lola, right? Everybody knows Lola.
Yes, yes.
She'll be there tomorrow after 5.
And I'm happy.
Okay. I'm excited. Now, if I mention her name, do I get a free rib?
I think you do because she's a great person.
Oh.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, Bill, why do you stick your foot in your mouth again and again? We have fun here, if you haven't noticed that.
Yes, I like fun.
Make sure after 5 that the beer wagon is stocked up with Bud Light, okay?
We will, just for you.
No, it's her favorite.
Oh, it's her favorite.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it Bud Light, Lola, you like?
Yes, Bud Light.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will
I
make
could be
sure.
a commercial, a walking commercial for
Yeah.
Bud Light.
Yeah. Yes. And I like Miller Lite, by the way, but doesn't matter. I could go for both. You have a favorite brewski?
Actually, I've never been a beer drinker.
Okay.
But recently, I tried the Reds, the Apple Ales, and the the Angry Orchards.
Okay.
And they were pretty good. So so I kind of like those. So.
I got my couple shots,
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
Yes, I did. Fireball. Then I found out you shouldn't even drink one little shot of Fireball. I guess it's got a lot of sugar and stuff. You know what I mean?
It does.
But it was like a disease for about a year. I mean, I would buy those little bottles up in the Highlands,
The tiny ones,
Yeah.
the mini ones.
Yeah, well, 5 would come in a pack. The 5 were gone by the time I got to Washington, because that's where I live. But you got the beer garden, ribs, chicken, and more. Free cornhole tournament. You have 2 pages there. This is your segment. You're the boss. Tell the listeners what they need to know.
Well, first and foremost, I want to tell the listeners that, we really, really missed everyone last year, So this year, we're very excited to see everyone come out, enjoy yourself. Like you said, we have the entertainment. We have the free cornhole, which is sponsored by Karen Bauer Distributing.
Yep, good people. Yep.
On Friday, we're going to shake it up a little bit this year. We're going to have a comedian, which will be Kevin Whelan. He has opened for Dave Chappelle, Hannibal Buress, and Maria Bamford, just to name a few.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yes. And
Easy Street, right?
Yes.
Sarah Hayes Band, familiar with both.
Yes.
So Friday, you kick off with
Some
superstars.
Yes, some good stuff.
What's happening Saturday?
Saturday, we're going to have Ashley Best,
Okay.
the Ron Bretzer Trio,
Vinyl Soul.
and we're going to do Final Soul this year.
6 great acts.
Yes.
In 2 days.
Yes. To go along with all that, them good ribs and chicken.
Will you stop it? I haven't had breakfast yet, and you're talking ribs already. By the way, is all this local stuff or,
The vendors?
Yeah.
The rib vendors? No, and we have some locals, but we actually added 2 new vendors this year because we kind of want to
Variety.
have a variety, yes.
Variety's
yes.
the spice of life.
Yes, it is.
I invented that line, by the way.
Oh, you did?
No, I didn't. Go ahead. So how many vendors do you have?
We're going to have 5 rib vendors this year for just the ribs.
Okay.
So, and then we do have other, foods, because not everybody likes ribs and chicken, but, I don't want to say, who doesn't like ribs and chicken, but, we have other things, other vendors that'll have other things for people who may want a funnel cake. You may want a sandwich.
Funnel cake's big at the Wild Things because I work for that baseball. You ever go in the Wild Things game?
I have
Okay.
once with my kids, and I think I enjoyed it more than the kids did.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and how many kids you have?
I have 3 children.
Okay. Because I have family 4-packs, my reserved seats behind home plate. If you let me know a week ahead of time, you can be my guest.
I would love
Yeah.
to.
There's a great PA announcer there. You got to say hello to him in the press box.
Okay.
Or else meet me here.
I would love to.
But it's great family entertainment.
Yeah, it is.
And we're having some kind of rib and chicken cook-off later in, I think, July, where there's you can vote for the best, whatever, I don't know. But, Washington County Fair, they usually have a big one. But most of the vendors are from, like, Texas, Oklahoma and stuff, and they bring these huge trophies that are taller than me,
Yeah. Yes. I have seen, been to other places like
Yeah.
Columbus. I had went to a Rib Fest in Columbus before and seen, all the bigger trophies.
Yeah.
And my problem was I wanted to sample every single rib that
Yeah.
everybody had.
Will I be able to do that tomorrow? Is there samples, like little things? You pay a couple dollars to get a sample to try it, and if you like it, you buy more?
No, but I do know that they have, normally they have something that's smaller. I call it a sample, and it's like 3 bones
Okay.
for a certain price. And to
That's
me,
good.
that's a sample.
Yeah, that's
so,
okay. That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the last rib I had was TV dinner Swanson's.
Oh, gosh. I don't think
You
I've-
talk about sodium. Ugh.
I don't think that's
Because
good.
there's been nothing going on, The Washington County Fair, things around here, But now we got, your gig over the weekend. The Greek festival's coming. The Italian festival's coming. I just gained 50 pounds mentioning both.
Well, listen, if you're coming to a festival to watch your diet or to watch what you're eating or drinking, I gotta say,
Look at my lips. I'm going to be 70. Do you think I really care? I'm going to pig out tomorrow.
you should, and that you should.
Yeah.
Because that is the main goal.
Yep.
We want everybody to come, and we want you to indulge in every single thing that your heart desires that we have to offer.
Yeah.
We do.
I won't get there. I'm sure I don't want to be there at like 9 o'clock at night when there's no beer left or no ribs because Lola and her sister were there,
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah.
Lola, can you at least save him a bone or 2?
Yeah, I can say a bone.
Singular, not plural with her. I'm lucky to get 1 bone,
Well, okay.
Do I get French fries with that or mashed potatoes or anything?
What's your poison?
Baked potato.
Roasted corn.
Oh.
Roasted corn.
You listen, roasted corn is the best.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I love it. I think We had a vendor in, like, I want to always say last year, but I keep forgetting there was no last year.
Yeah.
So year before last, we had a vendor and he had corn and
I know. I ate a lot of it. It was to die for. It was so good.
it was.
Yep.
It was. And I think I ate many ears of corn. And, you know, and if you have children, anybody out there listening, you know that you could buy kids the same exact thing that you are eating, and it's not any good.
Yeah.
Yours is what they want, so, you know.
Yeah, there's just nothing like a good set of ribs, half a slab or whatever.
Yes.
Even these corporate restaurants, it's not that good. You know, and I got friends at work, so I'm not going to mention their names. But, you know, whatever. But this is going to be good because you know it's good. You wouldn't just bring anybody in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you need that charcoal. Charcoal is, it's the key.
Yeah,
You need that smoke. You need that flavor.
Yeah. Somebody wants to talk to you. Lola, who is it?
It's Betty.
Betty, how are you? Betty?
This is Betty.
Hello, Betty.
Hello.
How are you?
I wanted to talk about whatever's happening. What is happening tomorrow?
Well, it's our rib and chicken cook-off tomorrow. It's going to be down at the Wheeling Heritage Port, down on the water. We're going to have superb entertainment. We're going to have ribs, chicken, along with other vendors that you can, you know, come and grab a dessert, just whatever your palate wants.
Ribs sound good.
Yeah, well, and they are going to be good, and you're going to have a
Down to
lot.
Wharf.
Yes.
Now this is down at the wharf.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Well, I'll try to be there.
Well, if you don't get there tomorrow, you always have Saturday.
Okay. Thank you a lot.
Well, you're welcome, Betty.
All right. Yeah, if I keep forgetting, it's 2 days, yeah.
Yes, 2 days.
So, you know, some people might, what's that laugh? Some people may say, well, Friday I'm busy, you know, I don't know. I should ask Betty where she was calling from, but she had to be local, so. Yeah,
Well,
Betty, you still on here? I thought you left.
No, I live at Petropolis Towers.
Oh, okay.
You know where that is? I don't know where that is. Okay.
Petropolis. My mom actually used to live out in Petropolis. It's out National Road.
Okay, I can
Yes,
find
it
that.
is.
Okay, maybe we'll see you there over the weekend, okay?
That would be nice. I'm going to try.
All right, thank you for calling and thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
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 Yeah, Friday, if you people, you know, coming home from work, maybe they don't have time, but Saturday, you could spend all day. Is there hours? Wait a second, where are the hours there?
Yes.
12 p.m. to 11 p.m. both days.
Yes.
So that gives you a lot of time to prepare.
Yeah.
Even if you get home late tomorrow, say at 6 o'clock, you're a little bit tired, you can still come downtown Wheeling. A lot of parking, all right, and you're right there. So you're right in the middle of everything, having fun with a lot of people who like good food and good entertainment and lots of beer. Am I saying the right things?
You are.
Okay, all right. Well, we still got about 10 minutes. I see you have some of our friends as sponsors. Respects?
Yes.
Okay, you already mentioned Karen Bauer.
Yes.
All right. West Banco down the street. I got an account there. Okay,
Yes.
so that's cool stuff.
Rich and Shirley's Quick Print, Fitzsimmons Law, along with Kroger's, Walmart.
Yeah.
So those are just some of the sponsors, and we thank them.
Yep.
You know, we are glad to have them. And also, I wanted to mention, we also will have our 2021 Icon Award winners this year, which we do an award every year.
What is that for?
That's for giving an award for people of the community.
Okay.
Things that they've done in the community. So we like to, you know, honor people.
That's good.
And give them an award. So, you know, we will have that also with.
You ought to have a rib eating contest.
Ooh.
Yeah, for like a couple of bucks, you know? Lola would win that.
Lola, well, you know what? I think.
Or a beer drinking contest.
Lola, could you win that?
Probably.
Could you?
She likes beer.
What? You know what? That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's a wonderful idea.
one or both. She would probably want to compete in both because her
Yeah,
chances
I
are
don't know
good.
the beer drinking contest would be the hot setup for that.
Okay.
All
So,
You know, but eating, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
okay. Well, if we ever decide to do that, Lola, you will be the first that we contact.
Bill will agree with you.
Yeah.
Your bill. Your bill.
Oh, you have a bill too?
Bill, my bill?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Brooks.
Oh, that is, okay.
Yeah.
That's who I thought was coming in.
Well, yeah.
When I
but-
first saw you, I said, she's lost. And you said, well, where's WKKX? Yeah, I'd rather talk to you. I don't know, Bill, but you got a great smile. And you know your stuff. You're well prepared. I'm sure he has too because he's been on the talk shows.
Yes.
But the smile is killing me, you know.
Yeah.
Are you always smiling?
Always.
You're so happy-go-lucky.
Yes.
What's the secret? Tell this old man the secret of being happy.
Because, for me,
Yeah. I'm going to learn from you.
what else is there? Why be unhappy?
Yeah. Well, you work with her for 2 hours a day. You'll be unhappy.
I mean,
No, I'm gonna kid.
honestly, I mean, I'm living, I'm breathing, I have food, I have a roof over my head, I have a job.
That's
What
it.
don't I have to be happy about?
Yep.
So,
Okay.
You know, I mean, you have to be like that these days.
Yeah.
If not, you need to enjoy life.
Yeah.
If you don't stop to enjoy life, what do you have?
Nothing.
No, exactly. Say it again. Nothing.
Nothing.
You have nothing.
You say it again. What do you have?
Nothing at all.
Hey, anytime you want to co-host, let me know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'll just send her out the door and you can take her place.
Well, Lola, is your job up for grabs, Lola?
You want to come in? Come on. Come on back. Come on back.
That doesn't mean I can't come visit you guys every
Yeah,
week.
you can come in. You can be like a co-host. We'll talk about the community, whatever you want to talk about.
We can, seriously. I like to talk. I'm a
Yeah.
talker.
Yeah, well, she's a talker too, but it's okay.
Well, it's nice to
Get a
be
couple of beers in her and she can really talk.
You may not want to hear what I have to say,
Yeah,
but
that's the best part of Lola when she gets wound up.
Well, Lola, you know what? I'm the type of person, I could be in a store and someone will come up to me and they'll just start talking to me. And I will talk to them like I've known them for years.
You know,
So-
yeah, my sister complains about me because I will do that too, and she can't go anywhere without you having to stop and talk to me.
That's how my friends are. They're like, really? And I'm like, yes, I treat people with kindness. I treat people how I want to be treated. So, of course, I'm going to talk to them. I don't like to be rude if I don't have to be. Now, sometimes you got to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to be a little bit, you got to say, hey. So, but that's not very often.
Well, I disagree with you on something. I'm real nice to her.
Mhm.
You think I get that back? No.
Lola, I
There
don't
he
know if
goes
I-
again,
I don't know
see?
if I want to believe that, though.
Thank you.
I know, but
No one else believes him either.
I'd have to catch her in the act.
All right.
I have to sneak up on her.
Oh, you can't sneak up on Lola. She got eyes everywhere. Back of her head, her back, her legs. Oh, no way.
Well,
But, I got to swallow my pride. She's a good lady and a good friend.
Good.
And my teammate,
That's good.
You got to love your teammates.
Yes, you do.
Because
Yes,
I know
you
a lot of sports teams, they don't like everybody in the locker room and all that.
No, they don't.
All right. We got 5 more minutes.
We do.
Did we cover everything on your sheets there?
I think
you got
we
brought 2
did.
pages in.
Well, yeah, I did. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to forget anything,
Okay.
and I don't think.
What
I
do we have for the
did.
kids? Anything?
Well, because of
COVID-19?
yeah, and things that went on last year. We not this year.
Okay.
I was getting ready to put a whole spiel. Then I was like, no, not this year.
Yeah.
So, but I do want to say that we, have worked closely with the Wheeling Health Department to ensure, that this is going to be a safe and fun.
Yeah, you're not gonna need these,
festival.
right?
So, no, not unless you want to.
Okay.
It's however you feel. If you feel comfortable with your mask, that's fine.
Okay.
If you feel uncomfortable without, that's fine also. So, it's just up to you.
You have to forgive me. I'm going to swear. I'm going to use a 4-letter word.
Okay.
I don't want to see any rain.
No.
Because in the past, we've had rain.
That's what me and Lola was just talking about, because I told her a couple years back we were setting up for a Friday. It was actually Friday, and it started raining, and I swear I told her it was a monsoon because that water was just ripping
I
down,
remember.
and we didn't even get to begin that year. We didn't even have a Friday. We had to cancel. So the next day on that Saturday, the weather was so hot and bright and beautiful.
You know what that means with the music?
Yes, that means that
We have to
time
say
is up.
goodbye, yeah.
Yes, we do.
You're a
But-
sweet lady. Come back and talk to us sometime, will you?
I will, but I hope to see you and Miss Lola tomorrow.
Oh, the hell with her. I'm the one that's going to spend a lot of money.
Well, okay, well, buy Lola something. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I will. I will. Now that you said it on the air, I'll go down there, pig out, and I'll bring her something back.
Okay.
I will.
And we hope to see all the
Yeah.
viewers, listeners out there tomorrow. And my name's Tanya, and I will greet every single person because we appreciate you.
What a sweet lady. Seriously, the door's always open if you want to come in and talk.
All
okay? All right, thank you. Hey, speaking of the Ohio Valley Ribbon Chicken Cook-Off, our next teammate will be doing a 3-hour special down there. Say hello to Big Rick. Right now, he's the host of the Big Rick Show, all right? Big Rick, he loves ribs, chicken. We all do. So that's why I'll see you down there over the weekend. Bye-bye.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
From ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. In Florida, the cause of the partial collapse of the Champlain Towers is still unknown. One person is dead, and the search for survivors continues. Surfside Mayor Charles Burkett described what he saw when he arrived after the collapse this morning.
We've got 130